Hi, I'm Denise, and it's great to have you back at Inside the Mind Meditations for Part 21, Stage 2 on Self-Realization of the Fundamentals of Physical and Mental Relaxation. And just a reminder to not operate heavy machinery or drive while meditating. And as well, please have a look at our list of recommended works in the notes below. So to begin with, I'd like to say you can start a journey anywhere you like. But if you haven't traveled the path behind you, you will have to start at the beginning sooner or later. So I would suggest starting at the beginning with podcast 2, as starting here will most likely leave you with much confusion, at the least, or not fully experiencing as you could have had you done the work before. Because like anything else, the beginning is essential to the end. And as that relates to meditation, we start with non-judgmental observation to obtain self-awareness, moving to self-realization, and then to self-actualization. And these actions catapult many others, all essential to the experience of meditation and personal growth. And although everyone learns about these things sooner or later, no one arrives at the same time. And regardless, it's always good to start at the beginning rather than somewhere after. And today we're looking a bit more at self-realization. And as we begin to first become aware of the truth within, as with anything, things start to fall apart so they can restructure. What has a tendency to fall apart is anything that would have broken anyway, like long believed fallacies and so on. This happens so better things can come in, so we can also realize the truth within. And as the truth actualizes, our worlds, which crumble with realization, begin to take a new and better shape. And still, the falling away can feel devastating at first as the truth emerges. Later, we realize this is a good thing. Unlike other things like condemned buildings and such, it's better to let these things happen naturally without an outside effort. So, just as we do not influence, we are not influenced by these things. And seriously, as we're trying to fix ourselves, we don't really want to make efforts to fix anyone else, as that will cause more trouble. So we just focus on self. And basically, the first thing in self-awareness is realizing the truth. And self-realization is watching things fall away and learning not to struggle with them, while self-actualization is the building of a new world through no effort, only through what we have become. Sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Um, no, sometimes it's not. And that's mostly because we are creatures of habit, and thus we still try to hold on to the old ways of doing things as we begin to enter a new world where no action is required other than inner stillness and awareness. It takes a bit to get the hang of that, but it does come. Um, in any case, things can get pretty treacherous until we fully realize that to change our inner world, the outer world follows without force or effort. And everything in the sideshow is but a measure of self, as our inner world is always a direct reflection of our outer world. And as we change, all things change. Those functional stay with us and grow closer to us, while those dysfunctional will create more problems. But we really couldn't expect anything else. Anyway, nothing you can do about that but to leave them to their own devices and observe them without judgment, as you do yourself. And don't worry though, as all things dysfunctional fall away, you are only making room for new things like peace where chaos once was. Thus, aside from observing self, it's probably a good idea to talk about the frog and the scorpion by now, so that we can remember to pay attention to gut feelings or what we already know of others. And if you haven't heard that story, it goes like this. There was once a great storm that flooded all the land, leaving only the highest, most upper regions dry. And as a kind frog was swimming for land, he encountered a scorpion drowning in the raging river that the valley had become. And the scorpion cried, "Frog, oh frog, you can swim and I can't, for I am but just a scorpion. Please allow me to hop on your back and swim me to safety." And the frog says to the scorpion, "Well, yes, you are a scorpion, and it is in your very nature to sting and kill, so why would I want to give you a ride?" And the scorpion replied, "Well, you're right, but if I killed you, I would then too drown, so why would I do that?" So very reluctantly, the kind frog allowed the scorpion to climb onto his back, and he swam him to dry land. And upon arriving to safety, the scorpion jumped off the kind frog's back and stung him. And the frog screamed in pain and asked the scorpion why he had stung him after he saved him from drowning. And the scorpion said, "But you yourself said, 'I am a scorpion, and it is in my nature to kill. So what did you think was going to happen?'" And thus the moral of the story. One's nature cannot be changed. If you are kind, don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. And as you grow in this personal awareness, you will become more open. So I strongly suggest you pay attention to your gut instincts so that you don't end up learning the lesson of the frog. So seriously, keep in mind, during the Great Deluge, frogs swim, scorpions drown. And that is the nature of things. Nothing you can do about that. Awareness of self, awareness of others, and remember, enlightenment, knowledge of self, and wisdom, knowledge of others are two different things. They don't always come together, and if you invite a thief into your home, all your kindness will not change his intention. Keep your boundaries where needed, make them in respect of self and others, and keep them. You will need boundaries, wisdom, and self-knowledge as you cross this raging river of life for the higher ground you strive for. And when it is not easy, turn inward and practice paramita, for you cannot change anything but yourself, and when you have, all else will change too. Let go of your fantasies, desires, and expectations, and face the world without illusion. For like the frog, the only one who ever deceives us is ourselves. And those who deceive in one way will always deceive in another. If someone has taught you not to trust them, take their lessons seriously. Respect them for what they have shown you, and be grateful you learned before they were able to harm you more than they already did. And by doing that, you will cross the river with those you can trust, and they will make your journey much easier and actually very joyous. But you have to pay attention to self, and especially your gut instinct. No one ever said opening your eyes to the truth would ever be easy, not in self or others, but once your eyes are open and you can see, it makes the world a whole lot easier to rise above, where there are no more walls to walk into, as we do when we cannot see. So it's easy to learn the lesson and correct it, and correction is key to success, as with anything. Awareness, realization, and actualization. What happens below happens above. What happens inside happens outside. Our worlds have always been actualized, only until now they have been actualized by a lack of awareness and little realization, but with conscious behavior, things change. And as you become more aware and realize transformation in the physical body, that awareness will actualize in the mental and emotional bodies, and that's your world, rising you to greater heights. So basically, this is why we meditate. Action through no action. Change through no change. Just, striving for the truth of what is. And toward that end, I am so glad to be with you on this journey. And I really can't express that enough. So we will begin our meditation now. And please lie flat on your back with your spine straight, hands beside the hips, palms up, and allow your eyes to rest comfortably as you settle in and make any last-minute adjustments for physical comfort. Become aware of your points of contact. And now your body as a whole. And once settled, allow your mind to wander or to review the day's events or rehearse for future events or possibly to conclude any thoughts it may have, and observe without judgment while remaining aware of the body. And notice the thoughts. Notice the feelings these thoughts create in the body. Pleasant, not pleasant, or neutral. And as you notice how these thoughts and feelings feel in the body, become aware of where they are attached to. And if a particular thought or feeling persists, label with one word and then determine if it is a shared or unique experience, and return to the focus on the overview of the body. And as you notice the energy these thoughts and feelings create within the body, also notice the areas of the body that are in complete comfort and not attached to any thought, feeling, or emotion. And opening your eyes softly now, return your focus to your surroundings. Look around the room so that you become aware of your space. And notice the objects within. And any sounds now. And as you become aware of your surroundings, begin deep circular breathing at 100% capacity for 10 breaths, with each inhale counting as one breath and the exhale as the next, and so on until you reach 10 and begin again. Inhale through the nose, filling the entire stomach, and then expand the breath into the chest, counting the inhale as one breath. And exhale through the mouth, allowing the body to collapse as the breath leaves the body as the second breath, and so on until you reach 10, and then begin again. And with the next breath, allow your breath to return to normal. And close your eyes and look up and out through your third eye, located on the brow line between your two eyes. And cross your eyes as you look out this area, activating the pituitary gland. And allow the body to breathe naturally while remaining aware of the body and breath, but comfortably retaining focus on the third eye. And while keeping the focus on the third eye, become aware of the energetic field of the body. And now, while lying on your back, let's activate our chi by rubbing the palms of the hands together. At the same time, we rub the soles of our feet together, creating enough heat to activate all 2,000 nerve endings throughout the entire body. And having done that, please sit with the spine straight and move into prayer pose, with 5 pounds of pressure as the palms of the hands press together, and another 5 as the sides of the thumbs press into the breastbone. Fingers angled out and away from the body at 60 degrees. And activate the thyroid now by closing the eyes 9/10 of the way and staring at the tip of your nose, again crossing your eyes. And now we will tune into the divine wisdom with the mantra Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And now, while still in prayer pose and while still activating the thyroid, set your intention through great sincere feeling from your heart. And as you set your intention, I want you to feel all the love you have in your heart for those you ask for and also for yourself. And if you have to, visualize them as you set your intention. But if you can, move through great feeling only. And then hold your feeling of great love for them in your heart as you would yourself, as you state your intention, stating their name and also yourself. And begin with, I ask this for myself and for whomever else, and also for the entire universe. And then feel your intention deeply within your heart. And now, while still staying in prayer pose and while keeping the thyroid activated, let's begin the protection mantra, which is always wisest before their meditation. Gudray, Nameh, Jagot, Nameh, Saat, Nameh, Cidy, Daveigh, Nameh. Gudray, Nameh, Jagot, Nameh, Saat, Nameh, Cidy, Daveigh, Nameh. Gudray, Nameh, Jagot, Nameh, Saat, Nameh, Cidy, Daveigh, Nameh. And now give great gratitude through great feeling from the heart. And while still holding that gratitude in your heart, lay down again with your spine straight and feel the body settle into the surface you're laying on while placing your hands in a comfortable position. And moving to 70% capacity, let's begin internal breathing. Please softly close your eyes and place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth at the hard palate, located right behind the teeth in a very relaxed manner, and relax all the muscles in your face. And keeping the tip of the tongue on the hard palate, breathe in and out through the nose at 70% capacity and become progressively aware of the breath as it moves from the tip of the nose and stages through the center of the body as though through a tube all the way to the second chakra. And as you become aware of the breath inside the nose and within the body, follow the sensation of the breath in stages. And feel the breath from the tip of the nose as it moves over the nose hairs, through the nose, as the breath passes in and out through the nose. Becoming progressively aware of the breath in stages, follow the breath from your nose to the back of the throat, and then out through the nose again. And now follow the breath from the tip of the nose to the back of the throat and into the lungs without expanding the chest, keeping the breath at 70%. And following the same pattern from the nose to the throat to the lungs, follow the breath now into the solar plexus. And this time, follow the breath through the nose, the back of the throat, the lungs, solar plexus, and into the navel. And follow the flow of the breath from the tip of the nose to the throat, lungs, solar plexus, navel, and into the second chakra, located between the navel and the crest of the pelvis. And continue breathing in and out with the tip of the tongue on the hard palate, face relaxed, inhaling through the nose at 70%, and following the breath through the body to the second chakra, and then exhale through the nose at 70%. And do this for 10 breaths, with each inhale and each exhale counting as one breath. And when you have reached 10 breaths, begin again. And now we will begin tri-breath for each 3 breaths, counting as one. Count inhale, exhale, inhale as the first breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale as the second breath. And so on until you reach 10. And then return to soft breath where there is no lapse in time between the inhale and exhale. And if you lose count with the try breath, begin again at 1 and practice this breath throughout the day so that you perfect it and so that we may move on. And with the next breath, move from soft breath to natural breath. Breathe in and out through the nose, placing your hands over the pelvic region or on the belly, wherever you can most comfortably feel the rise and fall of the breath. And now turn your attention to the body, and without judgment, observe. Does your body feel heavy or light, tense or at ease? Feel the weight of the body as it sinks onto the surface you are lying on, serving the points of contact for the head, shoulders, back, hips, arms and hands, legs and feet. Feel them settle in comfortably, noticing the breath has returned to normal. And now turn the attention to the body, letting the points that want attention guide you. Notice the areas of discomfort and feel the body deeply within. And as you notice the areas of discomfort in your body, realize they are just frozen energy manifesting in form within the body. And now I want you to focus on those areas through feeling. Do not visualize them, simply feel them with great love for your body's miraculous ability to heal. And as you feel them, stay focused on the areas until they dissipate and melt in the warmth of your love. And without visualization, only feeling, allow the frozen areas of energy to melt as though an ice cube would melt from the outside in, were it in a frying pan. And as the frozen energy would, if it were ice, turns to water, then allow that dissipated energy to sizzle, boil, and turn to steam as it dissipates and leaves the body in this way. And stay focused on the energy as it leaves and moves 2 feet out and away from the body where it can dissipate. And if one area calls for attention most, give your attention to that area and then move to the next area that calls. And if there are no areas of physical tension within the body, then allow that to happen with any negative feelings you may have as well. Feel where they are located in the body and allow them to melt, turn to steam, dissipate, and leave the body. And if you have nothing to work on, just stay focused on the energy field of the body and feel it expand fully above and below and to all sides of you, anywhere from 2 to 10 feet. Whatever you can feel, feel it. And if you drift away, return to the focus of whatever you were working on. And do not worry for drifting off, as much happens in space. And as you scan, dissolve, release, and dissipate frozen energy, remain aware of the balance of the third eye, breath, and body, and allow the energy to disperse through feeling as steam as the energy leaves the body. And once one area disperses, move to the next. If nothing, stay focused on your aura and feel it expand fully out 10 feet in every direction. Do not visualize it, feel it, and hold no expectations of what it should feel like. Just remain aware. And now, while remaining aware of the third eye, breath, and body, allow the aura to expand through filling the body's energy. And while keeping a balance between the third eye, breath, and body, allow all that is not needed to disperse from the bodies of the aura, while retaining what is needed. And do this through feeling. Make sure the spine is straight and the head not turned to either side, so that you don't leak or block vital energy. Now let's do a full body scan. through feeling deeply within, but without visualization. Start the scan as we've learned, just making note now, comfort or discomfort. Starting from the top of the head, scan deeply within. And now the eyes, brow line, and ears. Nose and cheeks, filling all the way to the inside. Mouth and jaw, releasing any tension. Neck. Shoulders, front and back. Upper arms to elbows. Lower arms to wrists. Hands and fingers. Top of the chest, front and back. Midsection. Tummy and hips. Legs to knees. Lower legs to ankles. Feet and toes. And if you were not finished dispersing energies, stay now and finish them. Otherwise, while keeping focus on the natural breath and remaining aware of the body, please allow the mind its freedom to do as it will. And simply observe it. And we generally notice when we allow the mind to do as it will, it is as we are, and relaxes and doesn't struggle with our focus. Remember your parameta meditation and active living. Before rising, get into your body and then your space. And try to hold parameta for as long as you can. Be aware of challenging situations before you move into them. Find a challenging person who cannot harm you, whom you can hold your energy around to help push you forward in personal growth. You'll both benefit from the relationship. Set aside your ego and move into interactions with gratitude for the opportunity to learn. Use parameta with those you love and the things you love so that you may make gain more joy and understanding, and also to disperse frozen areas of energy in your body as you feel them. Remember, as you observe yourself and others without judgment, to recognize thoughts or feelings, pleasant, not pleasant, or neutral. Label thoughts with one word and note if they are a shared or unique experience. And at the end of the day, do a quick overview to see how well you did. And don't worry, you won't be able to reason with the unreasonable, but you will get better at dealing with them as you learn to command yourself. And as you learn that, everything that is reasonable will grow with you. And now you may choose to go to sleep or be on with your day. And if you wish to go to sleep, if you are able, please comfortably turn your head or body to the right and drift off to the sound of my voice as you give great gratitude for the day, tomorrow, and all week long. And if you wish to rise, please slightly turn your head or body to the left and become aware of your body, your fingers and toes, hands and feet, legs and arms, tummy and torso, shoulders, back, neck, face and head, and finally your body as a whole. And when you rise in the morning, remember to get into your body in this way and observe, does the body feel heavy or light, relaxed or tense? And now recognize your points of contact. Become aware of the sounds around you. Open your eyes and become aware of your surroundings, the things you see and hear. And after giving great gratitude for the day, tomorrow, and all week long, while holding the feeling of great joy in your heart, you may rise when you are ready. It's great to see you again. Remember, every Thursday or Friday we post a new meditation. So please check back with us if you haven't subscribed. And if you subscribe to our channel, if you check the little bell, you'll receive notices of new postings under your bell notification, which is on the right-hand corner of your YouTube account. So, as well, your comments are always appreciated. And please check out our suggested links and like our Facebook page. We've left everything in the notes for you below the podcast. So, whichever, good day or night. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for being here.